Here is literally every Steam Deck OLED accessory that you should buy, and a few that maybe you shouldn't. Hey there, my name's Jason, and you own an OLED Steam Deck, or you have one coming soon and looking to see what's the best and worst items to grab to enhance your experience. Let's go over the obvious ones quickly and then get into some cool, not so obvious ones. Everything I'm talking about will be down in the video description, and feel free to use the timestamps to go to the product you are most interested in. And before we get started, just know that almost everything discussed here will work with the original LCD Steam Deck as well as the OLED version. First up, micro SD card. If you need more storage on your Steam Deck without any disassembly required, then a simple micro SD card could help out a lot. You could even pick up a few of them and just swap them in and out if you really need a lot of space. Luckily, reliability is more important than speed, as a game launching from your SD card will only load a few seconds slower than your SSD. But it's only when you first boot up the game. Your performance while playing will be the exact same. There's an abundance of micro SD cards to choose from these days, but as long as it has the A2 designation, it will probably be good to go. A2 is just an indicator of the minimum random read and writes on the card, so simply put, A2 is better than A1. But if you already have an A1 micro SD card on hand, you don't really need to buy another one. The A1 will be just fine. This 1TB SanDisk Extreme card has been consistently a great performer in the past and comes from a very reliable brand. Alternatively, you can also pick up a 512GB Samsung Pro Plus line, which is equally as fast and reliable. I've used both of these cards in my devices for years now, so I can confirm they are reliable and will run all of your games flawlessly. If you're looking for the most amount of storage for your Steam Deck, SanDisk recently released a 1.5TB micro SD card, which is just an insane amount of storage in such a small form factor. If you're looking to replace the SSD in your device, you're going to need a 2230 sized M.2 drive. Don't try to get anything else, they won't work. 2230 is the magic number. This 1TB from Sabrent has some great speeds and comes from a reliable brand. I've used their SSDs in the past and they've all been pretty great. Alternatively, we have some SSDs from Silicon Power that offer fantastic storage devices at competitive prices. They even have them in capacities as high as 2TB. But which one should you pick? Well, if you're someone who likes to have every single game ever available at a moment's notice and are constantly switching around games day to day, then the 2TB is definitely my recommendation. On the other hand, if you mostly play the same game for months on end, then I think you should just keep the SSD that comes in your Steam Deck and expand your storage using micro SD cards instead. Don't bother replacing your SSD for now until you need it. The next two items on this list are brought to you from the sponsors of this video, TomTalk. TomTalk has you covered when it comes to protecting your Steam Deck. Introducing the Armor G12 case, a transparent shell that protects your device from drops and scratches and keeping your joystick stable. Crafted from German Bayer polycarbonate, meeting military standard drop test requirements for optimal protection against impacts, shocks, and common hazards like splashes and dust. There's also an opening so you can access the charging port without taking off your armor, meaning your Steam Deck will be safe and sound 24/7. Then when you're on the go, you can store your deck in the TomTalk EDC Sling Bag, a stylish yet functional companion crafted for urban wanderers. With a 5.5-liter capacity, it effortlessly accommodates your daily essentials while offering convenient compartments for quick access to items like phones or passports. It boasts a padded tech zone for devices like your Steam Deck, and it's wrapped in durable nylon with YKK zippers for added protection. Complete with removable ergonomic shoulder straps and a comfortable handle, it ensures a comfortable and seamless experience for all your city journeys. So if you're ready to take your Steam Deck protection to the next level, go to the links in the description to pick up your very own TomTalk accessories. If you're like me, then you definitely want to dock your Steam Deck to a monitor and enjoy the full desktop gaming experience and plug in a bunch of peripherals like a keyboard, mouse, and a headset. Luckily, there are already a ton of docks in the market already that work with the OLED Steam Deck, and I've tried literally dozens of them at this point, and I will honestly say they are all very similar. Any USB-C hub will probably work on your Steam Deck if you already have one lying around, but if you want one that is built for the Steam Deck, here are my recommendations. I really like this JSOX docking station. It's made of a solid, sturdy feeling material and feels very premium and heavy. It comes with a 65-watt charger, so you can keep your original Steam Deck charger in your backpack and keep this one at your desk when it's time to dock. But the most interesting part of this dock is the M.2 expansion bay that allows you to connect any sized M.2 NVMe SSD and run games or operating systems directly off of it. This is such a great benefit of a dock because you can use any old M.2 drive you have lying around and be able to get lots of games installed on it without ever having to open your Steam Deck. Or if you use your device for productivity, this would be a great way to get some extra super fast storage on your device while working at your desk. If you want something a little more simple, then I can recommend this other dock from JSOX. It has the same premium build quality as the first one and has an extra USB 3 port on the back. But it doesn't come with its own charger, and it doesn't allow for any M.2 expansion. But it's significantly cheaper, so if you don't need the extra charger or M.2 expansion, then this one will be perfect for you. And if you're docked at your desk, you're going to need a wireless controller. I personally really like the Xbox style controller, but the new DualSense controller is surprisingly comfortable and works really well on the Steam Deck. They're both great, so choose whichever fits your style, but I do really recommend going first party in this category. Real quick guys, before the next accessory, I wanted to give a quick shout out to my shirt. Introducing the Big Deck Energy t-shirt. This is my own personal design and I am super excited to launch it. So if you want to pick up a shirt to tell the world that you are not to be trifled with and support the channel, please click the link in the description or go to jasonwhitmer.tech. Thanks. Next on our list is something that a lot of you might think is a little extra, but for some, it might be a real game changer. These are the X-Real AR glasses, and yes, I know how cool they make me look. Thanks for asking. These glasses have displays inside of them that seemingly give you a projected 90-inch screen in your eyesight, and tiny speakers inside the glasses that let you discreetly listen to game audio without wearing headphones. The X-Reals are lightweight since they do not have a battery inside and are powered by whatever device you plug them into, so you'd use a simple USB-C cable to plug directly into your Steam Deck. It's really hard to convey what using these are like on camera, as just looking through the glasses doesn't really showcase the true magic of it. You can wear these normally plugged into your Steam Deck and still be able to see the world around you. I can imagine these would be great to use if you're on a flight and don't want to look down at your Steam Deck for 10 hours, but be warned, these will be a conversation starter no matter where you take them. People are really intrigued about AR glasses right now, so if you want to be an early adopter to this trend, these are a fun way to play your Steam Deck or watch YouTube in the privacy of your own eyes. Screen protectors were something that I previously only recommended on cell phones, but after installing one that I was sent on a whim on my ROG Ally, I promptly had a catastrophic drop happen suddenly a few days later, and my device was totally safe. So I can finally see their value. Screen protectors are a very small investment compared to how much it would cost to repair your screen, and it helps prevent 100% of scratches to your screen whatsoever. Consider like an insurance policy on your Steam Deck's display, and will help with resale value in the future when it's time to upgrade. Remember, it's better to have it and not need it, than to need it and not have it. And they're really cheap, so I just recommend grabbing one. And let's be honest, your Cheeto dust-laden fingers are gonna get all over that thing. Get it together, man. If you want to customize the look of your Steam Deck but don't want to disassemble anything, skins are a cheap and effective way to transform the aesthetics of your handheld. They aren't too difficult to apply and they are very inexpensive. It's a small price to pay to make your Steam Deck look better, and thus making you look better. The Steam Deck has a built-in virtual keyboard, but honestly typing on it can be a bit of a nightmare. I just really prefer to use a physical keyboard, but I don't want to unplug my keyboard from my main setup every time I need to do some desktop mode tinkering on my deck. So I got this. It's exactly what it looks like. A portable, wireless, and battery-operated mouse and keyboard that literally fits in your shirt pocket. You can connect it using Bluetooth to your deck, or any other Bluetooth-enabled device for that matter, and be able to navigate the menus using the trackpad and type anything you need on the full QWERTY keyboard. I was surprised how quickly I was able to get used to this thing, despite the trackpad being smaller than a desktop processor. I usually bring this thing anywhere I bring my handheld because you just never know when it will come in handy. If you are super into tinkering with your devices and always find yourself in the desktop mode, you should really pick this up. Let's talk power. Power banks are going to be absolutely crucial to any handheld owner, as you're always going to want more and more battery. They are also just great to have on hand, especially when you're traveling. You have no idea how many times having a charged power bank in my bag or even just in my car has come in absolutely clutch. But there are a ton of really bad power banks out there. Poor build quality, slow charging, and they just up and die within a few months. So here are a few power banks that I've owned for a while now and can confirm they all work wonderfully. I really like this 145 watt battery bank from Ugreen. It has a stunning build quality and beautiful minimal tech aesthetic to it. It's got a few ports that do some really fast charging and enough capacity to keep you all charged up on a long flight. Now realistically, your Steam Deck won't charge at the full 145 watts, but it's super nice if you want to charge two devices at the same time. If you have a bigger budget, this 25,600 milliamp hour charger from SharGeek is expensive, but it does look very cool. It comes with this LCD display that has all these neato power stats on it. Apart from the cool aesthetics, it's got a heavy premium feel to it and also supports multiple devices at once. If you're the type of person who wears cargo shorts, and let's be honest, you are, then this might be the perfect charger for you. Next on the list is something that I know many of you could use. This 100 watt portable charger from Ugreen is probably the only thing on this list that I'd recommend everyone own, even if you don't have a Steam Deck. Being able to plug in all of my devices into a single GAN charger and get super fast speeds is so much better than hauling around a bunch of bricks with me. When I travel and I need to bring my laptop, my Steam Deck, and my phone, I only bring this one brick and a few cables, and it's been so nice to incorporate it into my travel bag, but also into my everyday carry. Seriously, pick one of these up. The portable monitor I use isn't for sale anymore, unfortunately, but I'll drop a few that I've tested and trust. I really like having a portable monitor because it's nice when I'm traveling to be able to pop it out and simply plug in my Steam Deck and play on a bigger screen. Or if you live in a small room or dorm room and don't want to have a dedicated monitor for your Steam Deck. Having a portable monitor is also really nice to always have as a backup for your PC or your Xbox or whatever, and to turn your Steam Deck into a more potent desktop experience. Now, one accessory you shouldn't buy is basically any cooling fan of any kind. Blowing air on the outside of your Steam Deck is not going to cool down your device. It quite literally will do nothing, so please don't waste your money. I literally tested every Steam Deck cooler on the market in a video recently, and like 95% of them are complete scams. You really shouldn't worry about your Steam Deck getting too hot. So if your Steam Deck is shutting down from overheating or thermal throttling your performance into oblivion, you need to contact Valve support, as your product is probably defective. No amount of extra fans strapped to the back is going to fix that. Alright, let's speed run some products that might be useful to most, but useless to many. You can buy these right angle USB-C adapters, so when you play while charging, the cable goes away from you instead of out the top, leading to a more comfortable playing experience. If you want to customize your deck even further, there are soft silicone thumbstick covers that will not only give it a cool look, but will also protect your joysticks from wearing out over time. And that pretty much covers all the Steam Deck accessories that matter and don't matter. But if you know of any products that you love to use your Steam Deck with, and I didn't mention in this video, let everyone know in the comments below. Please like the video if it brought value to you, and subscribe for more technology content. My name's Jason. Thanks for watching.